Were you taking any sort of drugs for that race?
Not what they find me with, no.
But you were taking other stuff?
Other stuff, yeah.
But isn't that still cheating?
Still cheating, yeah. Like everybody else.
So that's how you justify it? It's like everybody's cheating?
Yes.
When I interviewed Ben Johnson, he just basically said, look, everybody was on something. You know?
Well, you know, Ben, and bless his heart, he's got to say that so everyone's on something. That's justifying his own means.
So he has a problem with you.
You have a problem. You have a problem of, you know, me beating him.
Yeah.
When we were taking that victory stand, we were on the stand, and he got the gold medal, he didn't smile. He never smiled, he never celebrated. And the thing is, he couldn't really inside share in the joy of winning. He cheated.
You cheat. Everybody cheats. Nobody's in this world is perfect. Nobody in his life is perfect. Nobody. They know that in 1988 that, you know, 6 Americans at least test positive in Seoul, and they ushered up because the biggest money comes from America. So who's going to get shafted? Americans or Ben Johnson?
I think that Ben Johnson was unfairly singled out. I think that there's always scapegoats.
Is there a lot of drug use going on in Olympics?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Dr. Exum was the director of anti-doping at the U.S. Olympic Committee for 10 years. He thought his job was to stop drugs in sports, but his bosses had other priorities. He told me that over 2,000 American athletes failed their drug tests, including Carl Lewis, and they were covered up.
Nobody believes Carl Lewis ever failed a drug test. Do you have any proof?
Oh, certainly. We have just boxes of proof for everything that I say. There it is, book 3. Here's a letter from then Executive Director Baron Pittenger to Mr. Lewis.
I must confirm that analysis for your specimen B was positive for pseudoephedrine, ephedrine, and phenylpropylamine. Is that what it is?
Phenylpropanolamine, yeah.
IOC banned stimulants. By policy of the USOC, this finding is cause for disqualification from the Olympic team for the 1988 Summer Olympic Games in Seoul, Korea. Wow.
This was basically a letter that said that you had failed tests and that there was a consequence to that failure. As you all know, that didn't come about.
You actually received a letter or a call.
Yes.
That you had failed a drug test because of some stimulants?
Yeah, it was like a cold medicine type thing, a herbal supplement.
They made up this term, it was called inadvertent use. An athlete took something without meaning to take it or without meaning to gain an advantage from taking it.
And so they made that up to basically kind of let people off the hook?
Oh, yeah.
Carl's story is, you know, it's been a cold medicine, it's been a tea, it's been some kind of a nutrient, it's a stimulant.
So you're saying these athletes, they know
they
what's on the banned substance?
They totally know. I mean, they are bombarded with the banned substance list.
A lot of people say you failed a drug test, you raced against Ben Johnson, and that maybe, you know, the gold medal should go to the guy
I
next place.
I understand. There are a lot of people that are going to go to their graves saying, I know he did it. And you know what? The hell with him.
You really cannot fault the athlete for doing that. You can't fault Carl when Carl's belief is that the system sets some rules and that you need to follow them. And they made an exception in his case. They made an exception in a lot of people's cases. But it's the system that actually teaches athletes to think that way. You know, for me, the whole level playing field was a myth. If we could not do anything to take doping out of sports, then doping was meant to be in sports.